Welcome back to America Right Now. I'm Tom Basile. The GOP candidates for president, sans one, have now met on the debate stage. And it was enjoyable and at points a raucous debate, even though the questions really weren't that great. And the moderators lost all control, but that's besides the point. A CBS News poll that came out in August found that 9 out of 10 Republican primary voters, 9 out of 10, wanted the candidates to make the case for themselves rather than against former President Donald Trump. And with Mr. Trump absent from the debate stage, they had their opportunity. Governor Nikki Haley schooled the bickering men on the stage on more than one occasion. As the stage devolved into barbs and bad-mouthing, Governor Ron DeSantis seemed to miss opportunities to sound presidential by trying to bring the conversation back to order. Senator Tim Scott, the genial South Carolinian, appeared uncomfortable with all of the bombast, and who could really blame him? Sure, there were some good one-liners and a few good, if not obvious, ideas, but all the candidates missed the opportunity to make the point that this campaign is not about Joe Biden. That's right. Joe Biden is increasingly an avatar, used temporarily to advance a broader, much bolder strategy. After his horrifically insensitive and nonsensical response to the Maui wildfire tragedy, it is more apparent than ever that President Biden is one fall or mental lapse away from actually not even being the Democratic Party nominee next year. Still, Mr. Biden was mentioned more than 50 times when the candidates weren't haranguing each other about this or that. The true nature of the fight in 2024 isn't about Joe Biden's record. It's about the movement behind him, about the erosion of our basic freedoms by the radical left that controls Mr. Biden and his party. From speech codes and transcultism to a weaponized deep state that touches every aspect of American life, the threats to our republic go far beyond Mr. Biden's failing cognitive abilities, his border invasion, inflation, and corruption. Only one candidate even mentioned the so-called fourth branch of government, and just barely. It's not enough, folks. Unaccountable militant bureaucracy that takes more of our money every year and spends it on an agenda that is its own, not ours, is the vehicle by which the left advances its goals. Folks, presidential campaigns used to be about two people, how they contrasted, and whether we could envision them serving as global representatives of American ideals. They used to be about two people making an emotional connection with the population. Who do you like more, right? Not anymore, because they are about larger political movements. Democrats desperately want this campaign to be about Donald Trump and Joe Biden because of the likability of the former and to avoid talking about the agenda parroted by the latter. Republicans shouldn't play into the Democrats' hands here. They should avoid portraying the ills of the country as wrapped up in Joe Biden packaging. Republicans running for president need to start talking about the deeper, larger threats that we face and how to solve them. It's simply not enough to do as Governor Ron DeSantis did, say, quote, that the nation is in decline and blame Joe Biden's policies. He may not even be the candidate come next year. Then what do you do? In the final question, the candidates were asked how they would restore the perception that America is this shining city on a hill. None of them hammered home that Reagan warned from the early 1960s through his farewell address about domestic threats to freedom from socialists, communists, and those who would upend our basic values. As for former President Trump, he's again focusing on revving up his base of support. He's doing a good job of it, but he too is spending too much time blaming the state of the nation on President Biden and slamming the politicized prosecutions that are dogging him. It's all valid points, but again, what America faces is far bigger than just Joe Biden. As for the rest of the field, waiting for the other guy to just self-destruct isn't a strategy to win a primary, much less set yourself up for success in the general election. GOP candidates, all of them, have a very limited chance to craft a powerful message that personalizes for Americans the threat not Joe Biden poses, but the morally and ethically depraved forces that are attacking the Judeo-Christian foundations of American freedom to supplant it with collectivism. Candidates on the stage, they have to make the case that they can win in November no matter who the Democrat nominee will be. And they need to demonstrate that they understand how the present threats impact real people. You do that, and you're in the game. You don't, and this primary is just pointless political theater.